What is up, best ones worldwide? It's the best one, Donnie here, back with a special birthday haul. I'm going to show you guys all the cool things that I got for my birthday. If you're not a best one yet already and you're into wrestling figures, Funko Pops, Nickelodeon, late 90s, 2000s, or basketball, and you want to watch me rebuild my collection or live my nostalgic memories, recommend you to hit that subscribe button. Now turn on the post notifications because, of course, you already know the grind is real. And today I got some really cool things to show you guys that I got. And pretty much I asked for a bunch of loose wrestling figures. I thought it would make a great video. And I haven't really gotten any loosies in a minute. So I am very excited to show you guys all the cool things that I got for my birthday. So with that being said, let's get it. The grind is So before I show you guys all the cool loose WWE figures that I got for my birthday, I do want to thank all my friends, all my family, and of course you guys for all wishing me a happy birthday. And as this video comes out, I am going to be out in Long Island, New York for Big Event New York. I'm going to be getting lots of awesome figures signed, and I will be having a haul video on that. The month of November is my most busiest month. So with that being said, let's get into all the cool things that we got here that I'm going to show you. And starting things off, we do got some ECW San Francisco figures. And all of these figures too, by the way, before I forget, these have been on my wish list for quite some time now. And I don't know what it is. For my birthday, I just really like to get loose wrestling figures from my fiance or my dad or my family members. So yeah, this is just all over the place. But the first one we do have here is New Jack. And New Jack, what's funny is, back in the day, my Fig Fed, I had no idea that this was a New Jack figure. So I always used him as a coach, as a manager for some reason. But now that I'm a maniac, I watched his episode of Dark Side of the Ring, I went back and I watched ECW stuff. I appreciate this figure so much more now that I know it is New Jack here. But wicked freaking cool. He's got the No Limit Soldier on, which is great. I love the way they have it with the bandana, but the head sculpt does not look like him whatsoever. But a really cool figure here. I love the San Francisco line. Moving on now to our next ECW San Francisco figure we got for my birthday is Jerry Lynn. And I'm actually going to be meeting him at Big Event New York here. And what's crazy is, I feel like the San Francisco line, doesn't get the love it deserves. Because I felt like this is, where, wrestling figures really began. Because during its time, for the articulation that you got with these figures were so different than, the WWF ones back in the day. You had the rubber ones, you had the Hasbros. Nothing like this. So here it is, man. We got Jerry Lynn here, which I never had this one in my collection growing up. So it is kind of cool to have this now, which I did just get that Ring of Honor Vault one. So I'm very happy about that as well. But here it is, man. We got good old Jerry Lynn. Great looking figure. Really good condition, too. And the last ECW San Francisco figure we got here is the Sandman, which is another guy I am going to be meeting at the Big Event New York, because I do have his Chase figure that I am getting signed in that disgusting, horrible packaging. But there it is, man. Really cool ECW Sandman. Never had this in my collection. Doesn't even look like him at all, but I really love the San Francisco line, and I'm pretty close to having all the San Francisco ones that I really want in the collection. I'm not trying to be a completist whatsoever. But yeah, we got 3 of the ECW we got 3 of the ECW figures, which are so friggin' cool that we got these. So now let's get into the WWE Mattel figures that I got loose for my special day. And starting things off, we got WWE Elite Series 36 Bo Dallas here. I don't know why, I love the whole Bo Leave character. So I never had this in my collection. I really wanted this. Friggin' awesome. Like, especially now that he's like Uncle Howdy, like I don't see them doing this figure in like a Vault series or whatever. I feel like they're trying to have us forget this time. But I love Bo Dallas during this. I might actually throw this in my NXT shelf, even though this is main roster. Like, I always felt like this character, like Bo Dallas, he should have had an Intercontinental title run at least. But very happy to add this to the collection here. And honestly, I can't wait to see like an Uncle Howdy figure come out in 2025. But really cool to have this one here. Moving on now to our next figure we have here. We got an NXT TakeOver exclusive Aleister Black figure. Like, obviously, I have Malachi Black with the entire House of Black, but I don't have Aleister in my collection at all. And this is one that I've been trying to find for a minute now. But I loved his run. Like, I really thought that he was going to be, like, the next Undertaker. Except, like, he would have, like, these high-flying, like, modern-day moves. Which, man, boy, I was wrong. I hope when he comes back to WWE, though, he does have that run. But this is a great-looking figure here. They did a great job with this Aleister. So I am excited to add this to the collection. And he's even got, like, the rubber vest here with all the details. Looking really good. The tattoos are nice. And I do love, like, the black trunks here with, like, the gold gear. That's also a nice addition to this. Very happy about adding Aleister to the collection. And speaking of NXT Black and Gold, I ended up getting the Revival Elite figures here. I believe these were part of the Hall of Champions, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly which line. But the Revival, they are my favorite current tag team right now. FTR. Really enjoy them so much during this time here. So there it is. We got... Man, I forgot their names now. Because I know Dax and Cash, that's what they go by in AEW. But in WWE, this is Scott Dawson. Yep, I got that one. I know that. And this is... Scott Wilder, I think. I think I got that right. I don't know. But really solid figures here. Definitely a lot better than their AEW ones. Which they really gotta... Like, I really hope that Dax does get a good figure before he hangs up the boots. Because these head sculpts are not that good at all. But I really love this gear here. I think that this is from, like, one of the takeovers that was, like, before WrestleMania in Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. Also really cool that we got, like, the old school NXT tag titles as well. I will say they should be a little bit bigger, but honestly, just very excited to add these two to my NXT shelf. Moving on now to another loose figure we have here that we get to add to the WCW shelf. We have the Macho Man. And this is like towards like the end of WCW. I've seen this, but never found it for like a really good price. So I have passed on it. And it is very hard to find with like all like the accessories and everything, which the shirt is a little worn out, so I don't think I'm going to be using that with him. But overall though, like this Macho Man does look pretty good here. There it is, look at that. Really freaking good. And I actually really like this like 2000 like look for the Macho Man here. But we are going to put on the chain because he should be wearing that. Let's get the cap on. And yeah, we're going to put the glass. Whoop. I guess we're not going to be putting the glasses. But here it is, like a different Macho Man. It's not that ordinary like 80s one. And currently right now, WWE Mattel doesn't have the license to him. And I don't think we're going to be getting this one anytime soon. But I am very excited to add this to the WCW shelf and into my collection. And moving on now to our next figure here. This one... I don't know why I can never find this. Every Comic-Con I go to, every wrestling convention, every toy show, I always ask the vendor if they have this figure in particular, and they never do. I don't even think, like, this ever hit Target. Like, I don't know how people got this, but we finally have him, and that is the DX Invades WCW Billy Gunn. I felt like this, like, got lost, like, on the truck or something, because I never seen this. Like, I was able to find, like, the rest of DX, no problem, but this Billy Gunn, I had the biggest issues with. But here it is, man. We got good old Billy Gunn, finally. Because my Attitude Era shelf, like, I've had my DX Invades WCW. They have been there without Billy Gunn's. And it's been driving me crazy with my OCD. So I'm actually so happy to finally have this completed. Finally. But this is just such a great figure. And I won't be surprised if, like, now that I bought this, or, well, now that I got this for my birthday, they're going to probably throw all of these in, like, a greatest hits line. That's going to be my luck. But here it is, man. We got good old badass Billy Gunn. And moving on now to our next figure we have here. We have his very first WWE Elite figure. We have Roman Reigns from The Shield. And these were, like, my last Elite figures that I ever got in my collection, because after that, that's where I made the decision to finally cut my figures, and I got out of this hobby. So this Roman Reigns, like, definitely, like, brings me back to, like, it brings me back to the memories, like, my last year of, like, playing with the wrestling figures and stuff. But there it is here. Pretty freaking cool. I know we're probably getting, like, a re-release of this at some point, but honestly, I am not mad at all. I'm just very excited to add, like, a Roman to the collection. An original Shield member. The original Shield Roman Reigns. And moving on now to our next figure here, we have Seth Rollins, his very first WWE Elite figure here. And I know he did have one in the greatest hits. I could have gotten that. But I'm going to explain to you guys in a minute why I didn't do it. But here it is, man. We got Seth Rollins. Like, I love, like, the way that, like, they have the hair tied up there, and he's got, like, the blonde going on, and, like, these Shield figures feel so good in hand. Like, these are just amazing. I love the original Shield from, like, 2012 when they debuted. And finally, we got the last member of the Shield, Dean Ambrose, and this is why I made the decision to not get greatest hits, because I felt like with Dean Ambrose being an older Elite figure, putting an updated Seth and an updated Roman would just look very funky with this one. And I believe the re-release ones have, like, the Shield logo on them, but with these, there is no Shield logo. These are just plain vests here, which I really like. And we even have the camera too, which is a great touch, a great addition, because I remember the vignettes and the promos that they cut with the camera. So we do have Seth Rollins, we got Dean Ambrose, and we got Roman Reigns. We got the original Shield members. All three of these guys, their first Elite figures. And I actually used to love watching FCW. So, like, I was very attached to all three of these guys because I watched them grind their way to the main roster. So, very excited to have these original Shield members to my collection. And finally, we had to save the best for last, and that is my childhood hero, John Cena. I know it's not a Mattel figure, but we do have his Mattel figure here, Elite 100. I actually do have this Elite 100 mint on card. I didn't want to open it because I do want to meet John Cena someday and get that signed. But you guys are going to see what I'm going to do here. I'm doing a little touch-up. I don't know. That's one thing I've been getting into, like, the second half of 2024, is, like, doing touch-ups on, like, certain figures and stuff, which I never thought I would do. And let's see here. Just want to make sure we got everything out of the bag here, which we did. We're going to take that off, which, man, this John Cena is such a great figure. And I really hope, like, they do throw this one in, like, an Elite or, like, in a Greatest Hits line or something, because I would love to get more of these John Cenas and, like, put on, like, different jerseys, like, throughout, like, his run in the WWE, because I eventually, like, I want to have, like, a DTOF where it's all John Cena. That would be one of the coolest things I can do, but I want them to be all Mattel, because Jakks specific, whew, forget it. And I want them to also have the updated wristband mold. That is one huge thing. Like, I wish, like, that Vault Series John Cena there from the draft, like, they did this here with the newer bands, because then I would have really went crazy. But this is what we're doing here. We're going to take this Chain Gang Soldier jersey off of this John Cena, and we are going to throw it on to this Cena. Because my all-time favorite, like, John Cena jersey, which I never owned ever in my life, and it is something But, yeah, we got to take this jersey off of Cena, and I don't want to damage this, because this was the whole reason I asked for this John Cena, was for this jersey in particular. I know I could have gotten, like, a custom jersey done, but I don't know, I feel like this Jakks one is really freaking good.
15 minutes later.
Finally! Holy shit, that took a freaking minute and a half. Wow. Finally, we got the jersey off of Cena. I do want to see how this is going to look on this Mattel Elite 100 Cena. I know it's going to be a lot easier to put it on this figure than it was on that Jakks specific one. But, oh man, this is going to look so cool. I think that this is going to be a really cool touch-up here. And I'm very excited because John Cena, he's always been, like, my all-time, like, favorite wrestler growing up. And especially now that, like, we're getting closer and closer to his, like, retirement tour that's going to be taking place in 2025. Like, I really, like, I really want to just get a bunch of cool John Cena figures and just friggin' get a DTOF done with him. Like, that would be just so freaking cool. And let's see here. Alright, there we go. Finally got that on him. And yeah, that is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. And I kind of like that the jersey is a little bit bigger on him, because that's how he used to wear it back in the day. So let's get this head sculpt back on him, which to me, this is a perfect, like, 2005 John Cena. Oh, man. Yeah. Yo. This is clean. Yes, look at that, guy. This is going right in the front of the Ruthless Aggression shelf. No doubt in my mind about that. What a cool fix-up that this is here. Man, wow. Look at that John Cena. Holy shit. Like, we really need to get, like, this jersey, like, up on WWE Shop. We need to get, like, an actual Mattel figure with this jersey. Maybe an Ultimate Cena would be wicked cool with this. Because this just looks amazing. I'm really happy with this. Like, this might be, like, my favorite fix-up so far. Wow. Even with, like, the wristbands that, like, stand out, like, it's so much better than, like, the average, like, paint. Like, the painted wrist tape. Like, I think that this is, like, one of the best decisions Mattel made. And I really hope that, like, we pump out a bunch of John Cenas within the next couple years. Because I'm sick of Hulk Hogan. But there it is, man. We got Chain Gang Soldier John Cena. So freaking cool. That is not it for my birthday haul, because I actually also got this here. And it is the SmackDown stage, which we will be doing a whole separate video, like, reviewing this thing, unboxing it. Because I remember as a kid getting this back in the day. So I'm very excited to add this to my We Are Wrestling arena. Something that I'm really looking forward to doing, and probably, like, customizing and doing something cool, since Mattel doesn't want to give us any friggin' entrances or any play sets. So I'm going to be definitely doing a whole review video on this here. So guys, that is it for this year's birthday haul. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section below your favorite loose figure that I got for my collection. And if your birthday was tomorrow, what figure would you ask for? Let me know. Also, I do have one more thing I got for my birthday that I am not going to show you guys in this video, because within the next couple of days, I am going to be doing a whole video on it. Let's just say I got a replica championship, and I've been really excited about this one. And if one of you guys could guess it right, I will give away something to one of you. But if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a best one yet already, recommend you to hit that subscribe button now. Turn on the post notifications. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow me over on my social medias. And We Are Wrestling. All the links down below. And of course, to all the best ones out there worldwide, we are Take It Over. Peace.